Welcome to SQL. Let's learn how to restore a database with SQL Server. As you can see, I have opened the SQL Management Studio. So before proceeding with restore, let's take a full backup of the database. As you can see, there is a database called as testdb01. So you can see here the backup wizard where database is selected and the recovery model of the database is simple. So in this case, we can take either a full backup or differential backup. So transaction log backup is not enabled because the database recovery model is simple. Then we can, what name we have to specify for the backup set. So here you can specify some meaningful name which will going to tell the purpose of the backup. Let's say test db01 full backup, and short description about the backup. So right now you can see the file backup will be created as testdb01.back. Okay, so we are ready to restore now. Since backup is there in place, let's go ahead and do the database restore. So before even we do the restore, it's very important to understand the requirement and talk to business and understand the same what kind of restore they are looking for. And it's also very important to explain what kind of the existing backup policy and the available backups. So let's click on the restore database. So there are two options here: database, testdb01. Either you want to restore a database or a database from the or a device. So when you say that select the database, you can see the list of backups available for the database. And if you select the device, you get the option to choose from the available devices. So here we can see there is only one backup device available, that is testdb01.back. So this time I'm going to prefer to select a device and not the database, so I get a chance to select from the available backups. But you can do it either way. Both ways should be able to achieve the database restore. Let's go through the files. So here is the new option called as relocate all files to folder. Let's say you don't want to see the database file in the same folder. You can choose, in case of, let's say you lose one drive of the server and this time you want to restore the database to another drive, you can very well go ahead and select the option. But in our case, it's not the scenario, so I'm not going to choose this option. Then let's go through the different options. So the first one is overwrite with existing database with replace. So of course we are overwriting the existing database, so let's go ahead and select this option. There are other two options: preserve the replication setting and restrict access to the restored database. So let's say your database is part of the replication, then you can select the setting, preserve the replication settings, and once the restoration is done, you don't want to open the database for everybody, in that case you can always select the option restrict access to the restored database with restricted user. So if you see the recovery state over here, it says restore with recovery. Since we don't have any more differential or transaction log backup to be applied this time, so we are good to restore the database with recovery. So this scenario is going to apply that SDB01 full backup which we took recently and going to override the database. Let's go ahead and click OK. Great. We restored that SDB01 successfully. Watch out the next video to learn how can we do the point-in-time recovery with transaction log backups.